So this is the last segment.
Yeah. I'm going to Ags real quick. Can we get through it?
Sure,
Just
you take all your time.
I'm not going to take a lot of time.
I mean, they hired K-State's offensive coordinator.
Let's move on. All right, let's just talk about it. Just shut your mouth.
Okay,
Right.
Colin Klein is his name.
Yeah.
And Texas has been crushing K-State for quite a while.
Okay.
But
I get it.
okay. Oh, so you want to get started? You just want to rip the Band-Aid off
Yes.
this. I thought you wanted to throw some balls back and forth. No?
Absolutely.
Just to rip the Band-Aid off.
Nope,
Is the flesh wound still bleeding?
Dude, we might even get out of here in 6 minutes.
All right. 12. Well, we got a 12-minute
I know,
segment.
bud.
Not sure how that works. Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt. What do we do? Oh yeah. Hey, we turn house. Nope.
You want to start over? Okay.
Yep. Sorry. Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt, where we turn houses into. What am I saying? Wow.
Houses to homes by financing your dream.
I went straight to the very end.
Okay, you want to start again?
We're gonna have to just hang on just a second here. I'm like, for some reason, I've lost the
Did
Home
you eat
Team
lunch?
where we're bringing.
No.
What did I say? I've like lost it. I've said it 6 times today, and now I've completely. Does this happen to other people or just me?
It's
Just me?
Just
Just me. Okay, just good to know. Okay, got it. Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt, where we bring sports and money together for your education and entertainment. If you have any questions about anything we're about to say, and boy, do I think you're going to, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com, or you can give me a call at 855-299-HOME. Please remember that call number is for non-sports stuff. That's a mortgage phone number.
Unless he really frustrates you.
Yeah, if you want to sports stuff, the Facebook at the Home Team 512, the YouTube channel, comment section, all of those are the Home Team 512. Everything's the Home Team 512. That stuff. LNMlending.com/the Home Team 512. That's where you bring me all of the things about what I said earlier in the first segment about Dak. Sorry, guys. Or what every once in a while gets said about y'all's beloved Fighting Aggies, But hey, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing
Your
American dream. And the
Hey.
Longhorns are realizing their American dream. But let's discuss
just real
your
quick.
beloved Fighting
It
Aggies.
is not the year that we wanted, right? I mean, obviously, the hopes were, and same with Longhorns. Longhorns, their dreams came closer to being true than the Aggies. Aggies fell apart. And it is, one thing I do want to say is, we have to rewind back to when Texas wasn't for Sark for a while, right? It was tough watching the Texas fans, kind of tear apart, and that's something that big college football needs to chill out on a little bit. They just, they do, and like right now, where Sark needed help and people behind him, which eventually came, the Aggies need that too right now. So all you Aggie fans out there, relax. I mean, we're rebuilding. It need to be rebuilt. So relax, take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna rebuild, and just so you know, there's some coaches out there in their first year that did win the national championship. Not saying it's gonna happen. But what
Bob Stoops.
Well, I mean, there's quite a few actually. I mean, or had a very successful year. I mean, Terry Bowden, your beloved coach that you wanted over there at Longhorns, but couldn't make it. Urban Meyer, he came out. It's a little bit tougher now from when they did it because of the portal, right? Used to they came into a team that was kind of suffering, but those kids couldn't go anywhere. So he is battling that. But it's possible. Everything's possible. The one thing that we have to remember, what Sark has been able to achieve, and I'm proud of him, is a coach is like a CEO, and they have to get the players to play together. Period. Mm-hmm. They have to buy into the program, and when you get all these high elite players, it's hard to get all those egos into one direction. And I think that was.
That's what we talked about before the season.
I'm not happy with all the hires that the Aggies are doing right now, but again. We have to wait and see. And again, we have a whole other year. We'll see what we can do with it. Let's wait to worry, and get behind your coach, get behind your team if you are a true fan, period.
The problem, and this is a whole nother podcast all in itself, is social media.
Yeah.
It's giving a very silent majority
a
very loud platform.
Yeah.
And people...
very Yeah, very silent majority. But it's those
Sorry, silent minority, very small
silent
amount.
minority who just complain
But it's
and
giving
just,
them a very loud platform. That's
Oh.
totally so. Thank you for correcting that.
Yeah.
So that but
But but the thing is, they forget players are watching this. Players' parents are watching this. Recruits are watching this. I'm just saying.
but
and these are
you gotta
18-year-old
think,
kids. You know, like, so
these
chill out.
18-year-old kids have grown up with Twitter bullying. They've
Yeah,
seen
I
it. They
get
don't
it.
care.
I get it, but it's not been directed. 20,000 people towards them. I mean,
Oh, it has.
Yeah,
They've been hammered. You got to
Well-
think these kids have been social media since they were 12ish.
Fair enough. Right.
And they've been active in the sports community, and they've been so
Right.
it's different now
to
than
the
it
level
was
of
like
visceral that comes out
like
of
10 years
yeah.
ago when it was first new. A lot of the kids were getting suffered and paid, but now they don't care. People used to react. Now most people, they don't care. The only people that react are the loud, annoying
Yeah.
fans.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
If Elko's
Hey,
any
and I
good-
think Colin Klein is a hell of a hire.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Yeah.
I mean, he's just walked all over the Longhorns these last
my
years.
Lord. Well, hey,
We don't even have to prepare a game plan
Hey,
for next year.
But there is difference in talent, right? Talent does make difference. If you have good talent and the team believes in something, you can have 10 plays and win the national championship if they believe in the team.
Yes, and but some coaches need a dog and some coaches need a racehorse.
Right. Yeah,
and
we'll
I
see.
think Colin Klein's offense is more for dogs
We'll
than
see.
it is for racehorses.
We'll
and
see.
so the racehorses are not going to like banging their head up against the wall 20 times to get one big run.
I have to agree with you.
My opinion.
No, I have to agree with you. And again.
But my opinion doesn't matter. I just said the Longhorns were going to go 11-1
Hey,
make the
real
college
quick,
playoffs.
let's get back. So I am excited about that. Man, what a Big 12 championship game that was. They had to have that showing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had to have that showing to make the argument to be in the position they are right now. If they didn't have that game, it would have been a lot harder argument. And they
Now, Georgia-
took it
now-
to OSU.
Now, first of all, Georgia fans have no reason to complain. They lost, they're out. That was their elimination game. Period. That SEC
It's a tough one.
championship.
It's a tough one, but it's
it was that was their elimination. If
Right.
they'd won, they were in. Period. That's it. You lost, you're out.
It's a tough one.
Right? Now, but after that, because everybody's like, well, Georgia. I'm like, no, Georgia lost. They had
You're right.
that was their elimination
But they're
game.
making the argument for they ended up getting the best teams to be in
That
the
was-
playoff. That was the argument.
that was
and
their-
Georgia, and that argument should be there, right? I'm
That
just
was,
saying.
but that was their elimination game.
Sure.
That was their
Follow.
game. They lost the game that mattered.
Right.
They knew it mattered,
Yeah.
and they lost it.
Right.
So they had their shot at the tournament.
Sure.
They lost.
Sure.
Now, after that, there's no right answer.
No, everybody, and somebody was gonna be upset. I mean,
Michigan's-
but throwing
Michi-
Alabama in, just
yeah.
FYI, Alabama being in was money. It was all about money, right? Because FSU had a horrible showing. FSU,
Bama, in my opinion, from watching the games on Saturday, would roll FSU.
oh, absolutely.
So
but,
it's not about money.
No.
Bama's a better team than Florida State.
But Bama
today.
But if they were gonna go by the book, Bama should be in, FSU should be in, and Longhorn should be in because they beat Alabama. That's how that should.
Right.
That's how that plays out, right?
It said there's no right answer.
Yeah, well, I mean that is the right answer. If you're playing
Texas shouldn't be in.
They just
Texas
they didn't want a
shouldn't be in.
TCU. They didn't want a TCU.
Right, but I'm just saying,
championship.
yeah,
like last
yeah.
year. They didn't
But I'm
want that.
saying, but if you go by that, Texas shouldn't have been in because Alabama is a much better team today.
But
And
they beat Alabama.
could they beat them today?
Doesn't matter. They beat Alabama. But I'm just saying, you're going by the book.
I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
could they beat them today? Because the team that played Georgia is not the team Texas played.
And the team that Alabama played, as far as Texas goes, yours wasn't what he's doing right now.
Ah, he's pretty
Yours is
good.
so much
Yeah.
better now.
Yeah, but
So it's a different.
yes,
they're
yes,
both different teams.
Yes, so
So I do. So if
Yeah.
you ask me the question, does Longhorns beat Alabama? My answer is
Yes.
heck yes.
so
I think Texas has a chance of winning the national championship.
I
Absolutely.
I
And I'm not just saying that. I really truly believe it.
dude, I do too.
It's exciting. Now they
I
have to
mean-
get through Washington. They're picked 3.5 over Washington, but they have a chance.
Listen, man.
But if they show up. They got to show up, and you know what? They showed up at the Big 12 championship,
Yep.
and that was an amazing game to watch.
Dude, ever since the second half of Iowa State,
Yeah.
they have played flawless football.
Oh, it's
Plain and simple.
But they got to keep it up. Right?
But yeah, I'm
They
saying,
gotta
but they
keep it
showed up. They've been this first. They've had they've had 10 straight quarters of good football.
So yours wins national championship. He's probably gone.
I mean, I don't. It'd
You
be
think
hard to stay.
It'd be hard
I mean,
to stay if
you'd
you're
have
on
like-
that high. Yeah,
You'd have like 23 games on record
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to stay.
he's gone.
You know,
He gets into the
yeah.
championship and not win it, he might be gone.
Yeah, it's hard to stay. You know, with that, you know, but like I said, I just spent an hour before I came here listening to a Florida State fan, and they're right.
They're right.
I've spent listening to an Alabama fan. He's right. I've spent listening to a Longhorn fan. They're right.
Well,
there was no
there's
no right answer this time.
So now next year.
Okay, but next year, ready?
I'm with you.
Next year.
We probably have the same
Hang on.
argument. We probably have the
Okay,
same argument.
so Oklahoma was ranked 12th. LSU was ranked 13th.
I think it's going to be worse because
We're gonna now all of a sudden.
no,
now-
because the middle of the road, it's going to be even harder.
There's
to
more
decide.
teams.
There's more teams, and they're closer to losses, and it's going to be more of an arbitrary.
This,
against,
yeah.
So, but now
can
the
you
top,
imagine?
the top's
Can you
not gonna be
imagine
hard.
OU getting in over LSU
Oh my
when
goodness.
LSU's losses are to Florida State,
Yeah.
Alabama, and one of the misses. You know,
Yeah.
a 2-loss miss,
Right.
a 1-loss Alabama, and a no-loss Florida State. And
I think it will
and
go Power Five.
OU gets in over them.
I
Can
think
you
it-
imagine that?
I think you are going to have Power 5 separation at that point.
Yeah,
Because-
well, it'd be Power 4 because the Pac-12's gone.
That's true, right?
You know,
Yeah.
so I'm just saying that there's no right answer.
But it's
and
going to be worse next year. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
just happy because
The
for the
Longhorns.
first time in a long time, the cards fell right into my
Well,
lap.
and the thing that is even more exciting about it is the fact that Longhorns didn't get in, with an FSU type feeling. They actually have a chance.
Oh yeah.
Like they look.
Oh,
good.
I think they're going to beat Washington.
I think they're going to beat Washington.
Yeah, I mean
They're gonna beat
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Michigan's a tough team. Alabama's always a tough team, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know that Alabama beats Michigan. I don't know that they do.
I think they do because I don't think the quarterback can throw the football, and no one has made them throw the
Sure,
football yet.
right.
And I know for a fact the Longhorns can make them throw the football.
So are you saying now that you're going to be in the SEC? SEC is the strongest. Division.
I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. There's
But
all, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter anymore. It's now
But
when they go
Georgia,
to
Alabama,
12.
yeah.
Now they go to 12. It doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
You
But
know.
again,
All you got to do
your
is
strength
not.
of schedule is going to be going up. Yeah, once y'all come over to the SEC,
Who are we
strength
gonna
of
play?
schedule.
I mean, Kentucky. I mean,
come on.
Florida.
You need to jump on the bandwagon.
Ole Miss.
You wanna-
Vanderbilt.
Ole Miss is Ole Miss has
The other one then, Mississippi State.
Yeah,
whichever
okay,
one.
Yeah,
The-
Ole Miss. I was going to say.
Yeah. The other one.
The other
The
one.
Miss team. I'm like.
But okay, so you think it's going to be
I
Alabama?
mean, Arkansas. The only reason Arkansas is going to be tough is because they're going to be like, hey, we went 1-11, but we beat Texas.
It's,
Well,
the whole thing is changing quickly with NIL and the portal.
I am so kidding, y'all. I'm
No.
laughing
They're saying this
behind
year,
the camera.
This year is going to be one of the worst years for quarterback swapping around as far as NIL goes and portal.
Yeah.
So we're going to see. I don't know, man. It is the wild, wild west. So we're going to see how this all lines up. SEC might, who knows?
Yeah. I'm super excited because, the Longhorns have their shot and they're a good team and
Yeah.
they're going in pretty healthy. I mean,
Defense is looking good. Offensive line, defensive line. I mean, they're looking good.
I told you
Bar
at the
no
beginning of
injuries.
the
Bar
season
no
that
injuries. They win the championship.
coming into this season, this was the best team the Longhorns have had in a long time.
Well, they have one person
And-
who's taken out of the game for half the game next game.
Yeah, this backup. He's a
Yeah,
backup.
yeah, fair enough.
Hey everyone, you have been listening to the home team with Troy and Wyatt. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard so far. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com or you can give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing
Your
American Dream. See you next week. Hook 'em horns.